Hi guys, my name is Andrew Zeleno, I'm professional audio engineer and teacher for really unique mixing course online. About my course I'm gonna tell you in the end of this video. Actually, you can attend one trial class for free to check it out. It's one of the most game-changing course out there. Actually, I was busy, I didn't upload videos recently exactly because of I had overcrowded course, 45 students. Actually, on the left side of the screen you can see reviews of my students. You can make a pause and you can read what people think about the course. You can find out nuances of the course exactly from comments of real students from this text. This unique technique is much better than Lookahead gating. I have a video on my YouTube channel called Revolutionary Mixing Technique. So what it's all about, you can check that video. I'm gonna put this link in the description box and comment section as a first comment. So just click it and watch this video after this one. Some people said it's the same like Lookahead parameter. Lookahead on the gate. So what's the point? But actually it's totally different. This technique is much cooler. This technique is totally fix everything for you. So you have a snare drum, second track. So it's not only snare, you hear some toms, you hear some hi-hat, you hear some kick. When microphone stays on the snare, you hear a lot of drums around. If you're gonna apply EQ to boost some high frequencies or you're gonna apply some compressor, you're gonna bring all these quiet parts to the surface and your drums will sound like really kind of dirty. A lot of people don't realize it's all about phase. Because, just imagine, you have specific phase on the microphone which stays, let's say, on your tom or on a kick. But this microphone stays further away from the kick, because the purpose of this second mic to record snare. But this mic, second one, also records the kick, the first one. So you're gonna have different phase between two waveforms from different microphones because they both recorded your kick. But purpose of the second microphone not to record the kick. So that's why you can have some phase cancellation, all this dirty mess in your mix. We apply gates for this. So I just really shortly gonna show you. I use really short attack and I set up over here some threshold. I set up this threshold as high as I need to really filter kicks, toms and hi-hats. I need to hear only the snare. So unfortunately with this process I have to put threshold too high. Now we don't hear it, right? So check it out without. With. Still we hear a bit, so I need to raise threshold even more. Usually gate loses a punch in this case. So to bring punch back, you need to open gate a bit earlier. For this you use Lookahead parameter. So I engage Lookahead and I rotate Lookahead to 10 milliseconds. Sometimes it can be more, but 10 milliseconds at least something, right? So we have 10 milliseconds Lookahead. Next thing, what happens? You have really short snare. Let's say this is your snare. Snare looks like this. And tail fading out in volume. So usually snare has this initial impulse punch and then peaks going down in volume. And then you have like hi-hats, you have quiet kick because it's far away from the kick, right? Another hi-hat, another kick, and then next snare. Snare loud because microphone stays next to the snare. To really filter this part, I mean hi-hat and kicks, you have to put the threshold pretty high. So our red line is the threshold, so I put it over here. It kills everything below the red line. So you're definitely gonna fix kick and hi-hat. But the problem is you're gonna make tail of a snare shorter. There is important harmonics, it can be all this kind of spring rattling. And instead it sounds like tish and nothing else, like tish. Instead of tish, it sounds like tish. Check it out. Before, listen to only the snare. It sounds like tish, right? With a gate, it sounds like tick, 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 you know, so it's too short. Why it's too short? Because I killed a lot of peaks below the threshold. So that's why no matter if you use Lookahead parameter or not, it will not be so good. So release parameter can slow down a bit and maybe you still can get a bit of fading out tail, but anyway it will be going down because you will be affecting on it. Plus there is a risk that some hi-hats and kicks still can be audible while this snare fading out. My technique is totally different, check it out. I create a copy of the same snare, exactly the same track, right? Two tracks now. What I do now, on the first track, I put a gate over here. I use gate, let's say from Waves. C1 gate. C1 gate, right? So I need to make the snare awful, too short, but really with no other sounds. Right? Also awful. You can say, what's the point? It's still the same. But no, wait a second. First of all, what we do, on this track we make delay, so we place this first track, which is trigger track, just a bit earlier, let's say minus 35 milliseconds. And what I do next, I just make this first track inaudible, it will be totally quiet. You will not understand how this system works if you just watch this video. Don't forget to watch the other video with proper explanation how the system works. Now my purpose, I just want to prove my system is better than Lookahead gate. Inaudible, I make this first track inaudible. It hangs in the air but you don't hear it. Because it doesn't go anywhere. See over here, I got rid of stereo out. Now what I do, I copy the same gate on the second track, which is audible, and it sounds like this. Then you activate sidechain mode of this plugin and you send first track to be a trigger track guide track for this gate, and it will be a bit earlier in time. So I apply sidechain send over here from that gate to this gate. This gate will be reacting only to the first track, but in the first track there is no kicks and hi-hats and toms. There is only snare. So this second gate will never know that there is even possibility to have a hi-hat or kick or tom, which allow you to lower threshold much lower, like this. And the lower threshold, the longer tail of your snare. See? Now snare sounds full and long, prolonged like original drum, but you don't hear any kick and any hi-hat, any tom. Compared to what's going on with typical gate with Lookahead function. So this is a gate with Lookahead function. Too short, right? Notice how much it has, minus 18 decibels, right over here, under the knob, minus 18 decibels. Just crazy. In our system, we have nice sound, but our threshold is minus 72 decibels. 72 decibels versus minus 18 on Lookahead gate. If you're gonna make even minus 24 or 25, you already hear the other drum. If you make it even lower, you hear many more other drums. If you make minus 72 like I did, it doesn't even have this value. If you set up minus 60, no gating. You have minus 72, you have full fat snare with no influence of a gate, but nothing like hi-hat, kick and tom. As you can see, it's much better than Lookahead gate. That's it guys, hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. If you're really tired chasing after somebody's opinion, oh my god, Chris Rodelji, how many milliseconds on your compressor? You know, it's all bullshit. The real way how you learn audio engineering, you really need to understand every little bolt. Stanley Thomas says, I graduated from Berkeley. Berkeley is the best kind of audio engineering university in the world. And he says, I think your course is better. Check it out, actually I offer a free trial class. You can attend the class with current students to see real working process. One of the most unique things about this course is that he checks homeworks with the students. You will find almost no online course that does that in a serious manner. You know, because it's risky, not a lot of people really ready to take this risk when you sit in front of people and you really don't know how to improve music. I open your projects in real time. If I don't improve your mix, you will instantly see it and you would leave this course. So you will see it really works. Saved me years. And this is what a lot of students believe. You will know in 9 months that amount of information and you're gonna have those skills you usually get in 10 years. We went really deep into topics. My mixes improved drastically. Okay, not only what to do, but also exactly how to do and why to do it. Covers every important topic from phase alignment to song arrangement. Opportunity to practice these skills with direct feedback on your results from a highly skilled expert. Your honesty and love for the best sound possible is truly admirable. So Justin from Australia says, I studied during 18 months at SAE college. I haven't really been getting anywhere with my audio quality though. And now when he attends my course, he beginning to hear the subtle nuances. Actually, I teach students to hear. And that's why you will never rely on some plugin. You always will be concentrating on real audio, not on somebody's opinion. Next student, I have previously studied audio engineering at worldwide school that cost over 14,000 and wished I had found Andrew before I spent so much money. Everybody has their own opinion, right? So I just say what people say. Also, the price of the course is reasonable that I had nothing to lose. You know, I really hate all this situation when I need to promote my course. I will need to tell you this is the best course. Do you think I really like it? Of course not. But I have to say it because it's a really nice course, you know. So instead of like listening me telling you all the time like it's great course, I just offer you free trial class. Just come to our course and see how we study. I think your course is the best thing I've come across on the internet. Thanks. Awesome teaching. By the way, teaching is also a really important part. I've been doing it for 6 years. You know, it's not like another audio engineer which want to show some techniques. It's really crafted course. One thing when you know how to do something, absolutely other thing when you know how to teach people to do it, you know, so it's a bit different thing. So teaching, in this case, is the same important like skills of a teacher. Okay, next student says, honestly, this course is just great. I don't think there is another like that anywhere else, and I really mean it. Thanks. The most professional course I ever found. It's another student, thanks. This incredibly prepared course saved me maybe another 10 years learning audio. Terrence from the USA, after more than 30 years of home music production, finally I see myself soon having truly professional sound. How wonderful. And this guy is not bullshitting. Next student says, the best teacher one can get. Thanks. Ram from India says, Andrew is the best teacher, passionate for teaching and honest with his students. And all the tools you would need to be an audio engineer. So we not just learn general things, we really learn every specific nuance, every specific technique with specific plugins to use. Reviewing both my own work and other students' work is really insightful and beneficial. Absolutely, in your group, you have another, let's say, from 5 to 7 students. Other examples, some mistakes of other students, some different genres. You actually can work on any song in any genre, hip-hop, metal, pop music, whatever, you know. Paying monthly is so good, unlike other courses out there. Other courses don't want this risk when students kind of leave, you know, so that's why they want you to pay in advance. Check my website, there is more information on pricing, schedule. I have a couple of videos on website, how I check homeworks, but still better just to check some free trial class.